Hey everyone, it's Clari. How are you guys doing? So we've got a pretty exciting video this week. As many of you I'm sure are aware, we've just had Wonderfest and we're in the process of having Wonhobby at the moment. So there's been loads of exciting information being released about different figures that are coming out the next year or two. So I've kind of picked bits from everywhere of some of the figures that I thought were super exciting that have been coming out on the market at the moment, and kind of forming a discussion around that, some of the progressions of things that might have changed from one stage to another. And yeah, there's loads of exciting stuff. I've also included a couple of things that have been announced kind of on the Chinese market a bit more, and some Chinese figures that maybe weren't featured at Wonderfest or Wonhobby, but are still super exciting, and I really wanted to share with you as I collect quite a few Chinese figures, as I'm sure you've seen from my previous videos. So there's a lot of mixed stuff going on.
First up, we had the super exciting opportunity to see a 3D printed painted version of the Radio Eva Asuka Langley version, and also we got to see some grayscales of some of the other figures, and they look fantastic. I have to say, I was super excited about this series. I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I don't normally collect series, but it looks like the prototype modelling for all of the characters looks really fantastic. So yeah, super excited to see these figures be painted, and for the final two figures to be shown as grayscales. There were so many Mikus shown at Wonderfest and Wonderful Hobby, but I have to say I absolutely love this bunny version of Miku. She looks super cute, like it really suits her, and she just looks colourful and joyful. And I just wish they did more bunny figures like this rather than the Beastyle bunnies. That's just my personal preference, but yeah. There's obviously a theme here. We move from bunny Miku to cat Miku. And yeah, again, this figure looks really cute. I have to say I probably prefer the bunny version, but that's just me. I love her transparent t-shirt with the kind of underlay. It looks super cool, so yeah. Moving on, I have to say I was pretty disappointed with this Miku. I really love the grayscale, but the colours are just very vibrant. For me, it's a bit too busy, the figure, but yeah, there is a lot going on. It's very engaging, that's for sure. Whereas this Miku, which was based on an artboard, I think looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I love the wet style of the hair, because in the original illustration it's actually paint, and I love her puffy coat. I love the metallic inside. I'm just not sure about the kind of the clear plastic on the outside. I'm not sure about, but the rest of the figure looks absolutely amazing, and I love like the details of like the clear plastic pockets, like the thing in her hand. It all just looks really good. Blackrock Shooter seems to be the new version of Saber. We have two figures coming out, one by Wing and one by Good Smile Company. However, I'm not sure they top the previous models that are already in the market or up for pre-order, which are very, very good quality. And also there's even now a Beastyle bunny version of the main character. However, I'm sure people who enjoy this series will be really happy with this. This figure looks amazing. I'm a massive sucker for pink hair, what can I say? Moving on, yes, we got a 360 of Good Smile Company's Asuna, which is coming out this year, and her hair looks amazing. Yeah, I think this figure is probably going to be my favourite Asuna that's on the market. Her face looks really fantastic. There's also been Eastream have put up for pre-order. She was displayed at Wonderfest, and I have to say she looks pretty good. I wasn't sure about her base, but yeah, I guess in person she looks really good. And yeah, to partner with her, we have Eastream's Alice, who I think looks really fantastic. There were comments about the yellow colour not being the best choice, but I actually think she looks really good. A new grayscale Asuna figure was announced at Wonder Festival, but I have to say I still prefer the Good Smile Company one. There was also artwork for this Asuna released, which looks very big. For me, it's a bit overwhelming, but I think she'll be an amazing piece, that's for sure. While this Kaiba figure was up for pre-order at the moment, he was revealed at Wonder Festival, and I have to say he looks fantastic. He's a massive figure, and yeah, the dragons look killer. Kaiba looks amazing. I think for any Yu-Gi-Oh fan, this is like a must-have. I'm even tempted, like I loved Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, and I've avoided collecting them because I feel like it will be like Pokemon. Once I have one, I'll want all of them. But yeah, I can't judge anyone who buys this, that's for sure, and I'll definitely be keeping my eye out to see it in people's collections. The Ghost Bide by Fuzzy Choco, which is an artwork, has finally been painted, and here's the artwork. But the figure looks so good. Oh my gosh, the colors are beautiful. I love the sakura on the tree. Like, there's so much detail to this figure. I'm sure she'll come with a massive price tag, but the quality is really fantastic in this figure. It's going, like, I think it's going to be a showstopper piece. I'm not normally a fan of like wedding dress figures, but I think because there's so much color in this piece, it doesn't really feel like a traditional bride figure. And yeah, it's just stunning. The colors are lovely, so I can totally see why people would want to pick this up. For any Full Metal Alchemist fans out there, I definitely think you have to see this figure. It's so beautiful. It almost looks like, I'm not sure if it's a statue or a figure. I think it's actually a figure, but it looks so like a statue. And yeah, it's just super exciting. You know, there's so much going on. The pose is super dynamic. I love that it's got both the brothers. Like, this is just a great piece. So this is interesting. Pop-Up Parade are doing XL sizes now. So not only are we going to get Pop-Up Parade of Lucy from Fairy Tail, we're also getting a super large figure by her, which will be interesting. This will cover not only Lucy, it will also cover Natsu and Urza, so it's going to be a series collection. My only query about this is, what is the detail going to be like on the larger figures? Is it just going to be the same as the Pop-Up Parade figures, but big? I don't really know how that's going to work. There's been a really cute Spice and Wolf figure, Pop-Up Parade figure released, but there's also been a new scale figure. And I have to say, I love her fruit in her little dress. It's super cute. And I love the kind of like Pringle shaped base. I don't know why I like it so much, but it looks really cool. I'm not normally a massive Figma fan, but I have to say they've done a really good job of hiding the joints on this figure, especially with the long skirt. And the paint job's really nice on this figure. So yeah, this is definitely one to look out for if you're you have interest in Figmas. Rimmaru's Eastream figure was actually at Wonderfest, and yeah, I have to say the quality on this figure looks fantastic. So I'm sure those people who have pre-ordered this figure will be super excited. There were some other Eastream figures from that time I got reincarnated as the slime, these Chinese dress version figures, and I have to say they look really good. I know not everyone's a fan of Eastream, so I can understand the hesitancy to buy them because of the price tag, but I have to say they look good. That's all I can say. You can see what I mean, Eastream really pulled it out of the bag, because this figure also looks fantastic. Yeah, I love the colours on her dress. She looks super vibrant. And I think this is going to be a really exciting figure once it's finally released. I literally have no idea about anything about this figure, but I had to put it in because her chair just looks so squishy. I love all like the toys around her and the presents, and I just think she looks great. I can't wait to learn more about this figure and see her painted. Of course, what would Wonderfest be without a Jujutsu Kaisen figure selection? So Eastream's figure was out on display at Wonder Festival. And yeah, it looks really good. I have to say, I like the crazy face. And this figure also looks really fantastic. We'll have to see what this looks like when it gets painted, but it's looking super good so far. And I love this figure. It's just the right amount of evil. He is looking really fantastic. Unfortunately, I have to bring up a figure I'm really disappointed with, and that was the unveiling of the new Cardcaptor Sakura figure. I'm just not a fan of this design of her outfit. I think it's really strange, and I think there's other good Smile figures out there that look significantly better than this. And also the Wings Inc. Rocket Beat version also looks a lot better. I don't understand why this figure's been made. It's like a crap version of the Good Smile Company figure, so I don't really get it. I don't like the gate around it, and yeah, I just think the Good Smile Company version looks a lot better and is the exact same outfit. Yes, Madoka Magica and Homura are getting a new figure by Eastream. I'm so excited for this. Moving out of Magical Girls and into Fate, Hokusai has finally had a 360 of her Good Smile Company figure released, and I have to say the 360 looks really fantastic. Yeah, she looks great, and I'm really happy that she was being displayed at Wonder Festival. I don't know who this figure is, but I'm very intrigued. She looks super cute. And yeah, I have to say that this, I think it was a sculpture, looks really fantastic. So I can't wait to see this painted either. Well, it wouldn't be Wonderfest without a Kurumi figure. I actually have to say I really like this one. I think I love the shininess of her kind of bodice. It looks really cool. And yeah, having said that, this figure I'm not so sure about. It was a wedding beach version of Kurumi. Yeah, I'm not feeling super excited for this one. I'm reserving judgment on this figure. I think it could potentially look really cool. It's definitely different, but I'm not generally a fan of these kind of flat tile style figures, but maybe that's just me. This is my Chinese dress version, and I think she looks really cool. If Maya's your waifu, then yeah, I'd definitely pick this up. My only issue with this at the moment is I just feel like there's been a lot of kind of Chinese figures, and there's been a lot of hype around Chinese style dress figures, and I'm getting kind of bored of it a bit. Maybe that's just me. Moving on to My Hero Academia, Toga. I wish this one was painted because it looks so good. Like, her face looks amazing. They've released a new Toga, but I don't think she can beat the old one. The old one just looks amazing. But yes, an All Might figure. This one looks so cool. I wish there was more All Might figures, so I'm super happy that this is in the market. Yeah, Suchaku's so cute. I really like this one with all the pieces like floating because of anti-gravity. I think she looks adorable. She actually got another figure, but I have to say I prefer the colored version on the older figure. I'm not so fan of this one. But this figure of Deku looks amazing. Honestly, this almost looks like a statue. Like, there's so much detail going on here. And I can't wait to see this painted. Like, it really looks fantastic. Yay, Made in the Abyss Nendoroid. It's so cute. I was a bit on the fence about this Rin figure, but she actually looks really fantastic. I definitely want to bite her grapes. They look super juicy. I bet all the people out there who have a Rin Nendo are like super raging now because there's another one come out. I do actually quite like this little scooter bike. But yeah, like there just feels like there's been quite few similar Nendos of this figure that have already come out in the market. However, this 02 figure is so adorable, and yeah, I love that they gave her a Nendo in her red form. No, a 02 her Harmonia humming figure. So these are like weird creepy dolls, and I really don't think this was necessary to make this. I don't know who this is, but she's got a panda hat and it's just absolutely adorable. Yay, witchy Nendos. We need more witches in our lives. I'm so excited that they're doing a Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid series of Nendos. Like, this is such big news because there's so few figures of this, and I bet Kana's especially going to be super adorable. Speaking of which, I'm sure everyone's really happy that 2 new scales got released of Miss Kobayashi of Toru and Kana. Unfortunately, they're only available in the Chinese market, or I think with Crunchyroll, but still really happy that these figures exist. And what with the new Demon Slayer coming out, of course, we seem to be flooded with loads of Tenjin figures. I have to say he translated super well to Nendoroid. Like, I actually really like this figure. I think it looks really good. So yeah, I'm quite happy this exists. But I have to say his scale looks so cool. There's actually a couple of scales coming out for him, and all of them look really good. Until now, Mugen's been completely butchered in figure form, so I'm very much being conservative with my opinion on this, but I think there is potential in these figures, but I'm not sure. I want to wait to see them painted. I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Demon Slayer figures. However, this figure, she looks so beautiful. Yeah, I think this Nezuko might finally break me into collecting Demon Slayer figures. Yay, Supersonic, let's go. This is super cute. So I'm now going to move on to Chinese figures. This is an artwork released by Wingsync. I'm really excited for this to come out in figure form. I think it could look fantastic. Thaisa's getting a Chinese dress version. Damn, that'll be interesting. Here are just some nice figures that have had some artworks released. And yeah, I think all of them look super beautiful. All by Chinese manufacturers. I especially like these ones. They look really fantastic. And there's already been an Ami pre-order up for this figure, which is the same character, and it looks really good. So I'm sure the artworks will also live up to this quality. Now, it wouldn't be a figure update if I didn't talk about On My OG. You know I love On My OG figures, so I had to talk about the Shiranu figure that's up for pre-order. And I mentioned in my most anticipated figures, there was a Shiranui grayscale figure, and she finally got painted. She's by Wingsync, and she looks absolutely amazing. Once this figure comes up for sale on Ami, I am instantly pre-ordering her.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'd love to hear some of the figures you're super excited about. So definitely leave a comment of what's your most anticipated figure, and maybe a figure that you thought was super disappointing that maybe you were expecting more from. Please like and subscribe. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, speak to you soon. Bye guys.